Hey, it's Joshua Nikolaevsky. Today we're going to be talking about if you should date while trying to improve yourself. And just to give you my credentials, I've been in literally every situation with a woman in the last 5 years. I've been led on, I've been cheated on, I've been the recipient of liking someone, that person going to my best friend. I've gone back to the ex. I have been in a healthy relationship. I've been single now for over a year. I just want to tell you, I've been in every single situation. Uh, Whether you want to take that or not, I mean, I think that's pretty credible. I think I have an idea of what it takes, and I've definitely helped a lot of people. I feel like I'm really good at giving dating advice because a lot of times we are so in tune of wanting to believe a certain thing that even though we know it's not the reality, you still want to believe it. I'll give you a great example. We like to ignore red flags even though they're there because we really want to make it work. At least that's something that I've done multiple times. And having a second opinion where you just tell them, this is the situation in blank, no strings attached, what do you think of it, is always a great, excellent opinion to really get an understanding of whether or not you're living a false reality. But the topic in itself, I think there's a two-step process for whether or not to answer this question. It's not a yes or no type of question. Number one is, if you are trying to improve yourself, are you at the point where you know who you are and you're comfortable with being yourself? That's the question that you should be asking yourself before asking whether or not you're ready to date. But how do you necessarily, that's such a tough question to answer. How am I supposed to know? The question is, I'll tell you, for me, when I first got into my relationship, it's been over a year now. Saturdays, the weekends were very brutal because, you when you first break up with someone, you miss not the person themselves, but the attention they gave you and all the good things. You only like to think about the good things they did for you. That's just a side effect of being through a breakup. I know you can definitely relate to it. And what happens is you kind of miss the attention that you received, and it becomes difficult to spend time with yourself, especially when you were so accustomed to having somebody to be on your side all the time. And if it's anytime you feel uncomfortable and you try to do anything in your power to not be by yourself for like the whole night, that's your first leading indicator that you're not ready for any relationship. Don't even mess with women. That's my best suggestion. You do what you want to do, but don't try to hurt anyone's heart. Just focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm a true believer of, you only have yourself. You have the people that love you, absolutely, but they're not going to save you. Only you can save yourself, and that's a battle that's within. It always will be. The person behind the mirror is your biggest competition. It's the sticker on my mirror, literally, every day. I see that. But going back to the topic in itself, that's part one. Can you spend time by yourself and be okay with it? And then number two is, I'm not just talking about a day. Can you spend, not saying be alone, but can you spend an entire weekend enjoying yourself, enjoying who you are? Do you not get upset at yourself? Are you not hurt about yourself? Now, for me, it took a couple months before I could even say that, right? But now at the point, I have fun. If you don't, it's not just about can you get through tonight. It's about actually enjoying yourself. I enjoy watching sports while doing work. I enjoy doing work in itself. I enjoy reading at night sometimes. I mean, I don't really enjoy reading, but it gets the job done, and I know that it's extremely helpful, so I do it. So it's number one is, can you bear through it? And then number two is, do you actually have fun? Because I'm full proponent of, if you don't love yourself, you can't love somebody else. Now, you can technically love somebody else, right? But you're not doing it the right way because you're not helping that person. I mean, at the end of the day, what is love for? You would sacrifice for that person. And if you're not in a stable condition, you're only going to hurt somebody else, which is exactly what you don't want to do. I did this, right? How did I get cheated on? It's because I got let on for 6 months. Instead of taking the time to think about everything and reflect, I just craved revenge, vengeance, attention, all that stuff, and I got with a girl, and I started talking to a girl and dated a girl with 17 boyfriends before me. 17, and she was the age of 17. Do you understand how big of an idiot I am? looking back, and she cheated on me a week before my birthday. You can blame the other person all you want, but I blame it on me. I chose that person. I was not ready for that situation, but I had a void inside me, and rather than taking it face on, I decided, hey, can you try to fill this void for me? And that's what caused big problems. And I know you can probably resonate to that. So, man, these experiences, they're just funny to think about. They're funny to think about. So I hopefully I've covered part A, which is, are you comfortable with yourself? And outside of being with yourself, are you trying to develop yourself? Are you really doing something outside of the norm to push yourself to become better? Once you are doing those things, then the second question is the person that I'm considering going to help me grow or stunt my growth? Now, me, I just went on a date. Look at me. First time in a while, a couple months. Beautiful woman, but I'm not going to get into that or anything. But I told her explicitly a couple days ago, I want you to know that if I ever have to choose my goals or you, I'm choosing my goals every time. And what I mean by that is, if it ever comes down to you or the goals, it's the goals. The goal with the relationship, and when I was in a healthy relationship, I dated someone for 2.5 years, and for the most part it was healthy, is at first we were growing together, but as time went on, we started growing apart. That's just part of human nature. I wasn't the same person that I was when we first dated, and neither was she. And what happened is we lacked that communication of growth, and we lacked the same interests, and that's just what occurs. So the second question that you have to answer is this person. I would highly recommend being upfront right away and saying, hey, either you help me with my goals or get out of my life. And essentially, you don't put it that way. And same goes for her. If she has goals, you want nothing but the best, but for her to achieve those things, whether you contribute with that or just your support. And I think that's how a relationship has to go. So that's the second question, is the person that you're talking to. I mean, there's a lot of factors when it comes to finding a good woman and the right woman, or whatever you might say, but make sure that she wants the best for you and will do not necessarily anything because it's so early, but you see signs that she really wants you to achieve the goals that you have set in stone. So those are the two questions you have to ask yourself, and once you have those two answers, I don't think they're as easier as yes and no. You have to really think about this, especially the second one. It's tricky, especially if you don't know the woman. I would just recommend going on dates to get the experience, get the gist of understanding what women are about. That's why I did it. I mean, thought she was beautiful. I had the balls to ask her in public, hey, I thought you were pretty. It worked out. Even if everything goes south from now on, I'll cherish those experiences. And I think I've learned a lot about, how to approach at first. How do I put it? Is it the right thing to do to immediately, get flirty? Is it you have to take it chill? It only comes with experience. There's no correct answer. It's just playing the situation in the cards with the woman. Every woman's different. Understand that. But in terms of the whole topic in itself, I got a little carried over. I want the best for you guys. That's why I made this video. I understand that women can stunt your growth tremendously if you allocate all your attention towards it. So understand that if you do want a woman, you cannot give her all your time. She cannot be more important than whatever purpose you have in life. You have to understand that your purpose comes first, that she's only going to help you along the way if she's the right person, and that you guys grow together. That's all I have to say about the topic. So with that being said, Josh, Nico out. I really hope you enjoy this. I hope to make more content soon. And that